Stepping the mark again, Eric.
I've got a good mind to sack him.
David Glover, why?
Well, they left Zoe damn badly when they stopped Linda working for her. Why should I go on employing David?
Because he's a good worker, and he's willing to work Sundays. And you're above petty backlashes.
There's a lot of good workers out there. It's a buyer's market.
Don't sack him, Frank.
But I am above petty backlashes.
Good. And let's enjoy the day. Classic cars should be arriving soon.
Yeah, let's get across and see how young Biff's coping with it all.
Oh, I'm employing Luke McAllister for the day.
Sure. Everything all right?
Yeah, everything's coming on a treat.
Well, we don't just feed them gunshot and have done with it.
Frank, the shoot brings in a lot of money, and you know it.
See you, Dave.
Right, Mr. Tate.
Bye.
You definitely put the road signs out, didn't you?
Of course I did.
I've seen them. That's not the problem.
Well, something is. They should have been here by now.
Don't they usually have these things in summer?
I was approached by the organiser. They asked me if they could come here, so they're not likely to start complaining it's the wrong season, are they?
Sorry.
Dan, get on to the lads, love.
I just don't understand it.
Why don't you back up now? Then that solves the problem. You should have turned left down the bottom. Right. Well,
Hello, Mr. Graham. It's Zoe Tate. I'm sorry I'm running a bit late, but I'm stuck behind some ancient cars in Whitebrook Lane. Well, I'll be there as soon as I can. Bye-bye.
I've seen 2 signs pointing the wrong way.
Where's Biff? I'm going to have his hide for this.
Someone could have changed them.
Who'd want to do that?
I don't know.
What?
I could be wrong, but the Hunt saboteurs might have done it, out of spite.
Including Jessica and Rachel.
I'll talk to Biff about it.
Tell him to get into Emmerdale and round up any stray cars he can see. He said he saw some heading that way.
I used to have one of those. I really miss it.
Has it sunk in yet?
Just about.
And you can cope, can you?
Yeah, well, I'm young. I'm reasonably fit.
How thick's your skin? It's not going to be easy for you, you know, Rachel. Now, I don't want to be a merchant of doom, but the time to think about the future is now. Not when it's upon you.
I realise this is a massive responsibility. I'm not taking it lightly.
No, I know. The point is, relationships are fickle. No matter how sound they seem now, and you and Chris might not feel the same way as you do for each other as time moves on. Oh, Rachel, you're very young. I really do think you should talk it over with the people closest to you and decide what's best all round.
You're giving me doubts now. I was just going to go ahead and have my baby.
Now, I'm not trying to push you one way or the other, but not enough people think about the responsibilities of bringing a child into this world. Making babies is designed to be one of the easiest things we can do. Bringing up babies, well, that can be very, very difficult, even when the circumstances are straightforward.
Chris, it's me. Well, I've been up since 6 this morning. I haven't stopped, and I've been plagued by old cars and anorak people blocking up the lanes. Yeah. Look, I'm not going to make it home for lunch. Why don't I meet you at the Woolpack? Bye. Oh, come on.
Kathy, you all right?
Yeah, sure. Why'd you ask?
Well, I'm not prying. It's just with you coming in early and waiting to start work. I just want you to know you're among friends again. That's all.
Thanks.
Yeah. Christmas spirit and all that, eh?
So when are you going to put the decorations up, Alan?
Well, I'm not sure, really. We're short of Seth at the moment.
And to help you put them up?
No, not exactly. It's just he's so much part of the furniture. We leave him standing at the bar and put the pairing lights on him. Saves buying a tree.
Yes, well, I think we've definitely lost Brother Armstrong to the widow Eggleton.
Yes. Isn't they not even married yet?
Alan, do you mind if I try and use the phone again?
Yes, do. Use mine. Don't bother with the public one.
Thanks.
My heart goes out to her when I think what that Chris Tate's putting her through.
Yes, me too. But I suspect she's tougher than we think she is.
Hello, Bernard, it's me. I'm sorry to bother you, but I honestly think I'm cracking up. No, Mum's away. I know I should see you at the surgery, but you know I can't come when Rachel's there. But I need something to calm me down. Can you come and see me?
So, the great Tate car rally's going well? Well, it isn't here anyway. Tell Frank that if it continues like this, we'll have to make a fresh batch of ale, just for his rally drivers. Eh, Alan?
Yes. Now, what can I get you, lad?
Nothing, thanks. I've just come to show people where the rally's taking place.
Well, you should have put up proper signs, old boy. There are cars all over the place. It's a shambles. A fiasco. And it couldn't have happened to a nicer chap.
It's him, innit? After they had that fallout near the other night. He changed the signs, I know he did.
It certainly seems that way, but we can't prove it.
Prove it? I'm not bothered about proving it. He threatened the job, all I'm bothered about is getting him back. So what we're gonna do?
Isn't this nice?
Lemonade.
Peace.
You know, I tried talking to Kathy the other day. She wouldn't have it.
Well, you can hardly blame her, can you?
Well, I just wanted to explain why Rachel and I had managed to get it together and she and I couldn't. You see, it's the pressure of having to perform like
Chris,
we did before.
Much as I sympathise with your predicament, I have been up before dawn dealing with sick animals.
Just trying to explain why me and Rachel.
Well, I've got to go in 5 minutes. I'll save you the time.
What do you mean?
You are trying to rationalise and justify why you're having an affair with Rachel Hughes.
Yeah?
I'll try this for size. You're a man. What's the first thing you think about when you see a woman?
Oh, I suppose you're going to say that I immediately assess how attractive she is.
Ah, it's much more basic. If you're honest, the first thing you think about is whether you'd like to, I'll be polite, make love to her. And the second thing is, can I get away with it?
That's rubbish. Because you've got a terribly cynical view about men.
No, of mankind. Women are just the same. Men just don't like to think so. I'm not saying the thought continues through the meeting, but the instant reaction is one of mating. I'm a vet, Chris. I know about these things.
Rachel's been very good to me.
You'll be telling me next she's made you feel like a whole man again. You were flattered by the attention of a reasonably attractive young woman and you bedded her.
Lack of sleep makes you very cynical.
And now, you have been caught playing the my wife doesn't understand me and I'm a cripple card.
You know, I wouldn't take this from anybody else but you.
You're my brother. I know you better than anyone else.
All right, mate. Have a good day.
Will you come with us then, or what?
Why?
Because I don't like walking into the pub on my own. And anyway, you finished for the day.
Why don't you ask Mum to see if she'd get you a job?
Because I want to do it myself.
Why don't you go in by yourself then? Look, how do you know there's a job going anyway?
There's always jobs going in pubs this time of year.
I thought you had to be 18.
I only want to collect glasses. Are you coming with me or what?
You're not going to give me a moment's peace until I do, are you?
No.
Right. Well, if I do, I'm going to have my dinner first, all right? Whoa. You don't want to be coming down here, mate.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get going. You think livestock would know it was Sunday and give me a break?
Just look at her. Sitting there as if butter wouldn't melt in her mouth. Tart!
Who the hell are you?
Oh, she knows who I am, all right. She knows my husband and their father even better. This cow has seduced my husband.
Don't think this is the place to discuss your husband, Mrs. Snow.
It'll do for me. I'll bet what my husband didn't tell you was that he comes as part of a package. If you want him, you're welcome. But you can take his kids as well.
It's ridiculous. You can't use your children like this.
I'm sorry. You're your head, woman. These children should not be in here. Will you please take them outside now?
Oh, you'll find it's not such a bed of roses when you've the kids as well.
I don't want your children, and I certainly do not want your husband.
Oh, I'm sorry. With you jumping into bed with him on that so-called conference, I thought it was a bit of a hint that you did.
Outside now.
It's not our fault, Alan. She just barged in at us. Come on.
And don't you think I'm entitled to after what she's done? I've brought his kids up, stood by him. I don't suppose you'd know about that, would you?
Will you please sort this out outside?
He's no money, you know. I have to look after that side of things. It's nothing to you, is it? I suppose when you go on a course, you sleep with anybody you can. I haven't finished with you yet.
Give me back those keys.
Yes, darling, come here.
Get your children out of my car.
Zoe, get in the car.
You have got this all wrong.
Don't think you can pack him in and send him home when you're fed up with him. You take him and he takes the kids. You'll pay for this. He's not much, but he's their dad.
That typewriter that Pollard threw into the river, it holds the key to something.
Yeah, but we don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't suppose we ever will.
Well, something's got to be done. He's made a real farce of today, and they were laughing at us in the pub.
I know. The least we can do is show him that we know.
Well, saying too right.
Fine.
Well, lads, we're going to have to abandon the rally for another day.
Oh, sorry to hear that, Mr. Tate.
Sorry to have to say it, but we got to be realistic. Next time we do it, we'll have to have some tamper-proof signposts. I've offered to take the organisers and some of the drivers out the Woolpack. You're welcome to join us if you like.
Perhaps later, Mr. Tate. There's something we want to sort out if you're finished with us.
Yeah. You can both go off now.
I'm sinking fast.
Not with me around, you're not. We're going to ride this storm out together. There are sunny days ahead. You just wait and see.
I don't know what I'd do without you. I really don't.
2 whiskies, please. Let's raise the landlord's spirits with one of his own, eh?
Oh, I don't think I'd better, Eric.
Nonsense. Do you good? Christmas is going to be the making of you. You mark my words.
Well, the trouble is, people spend over the holiday, but in January it all slows up again.
Alan, you're beginning to sound like a farmer. Not paying tax on your own brew is going to save you bacon.
All right, thanks, Greg. Bye.
Okay, bye.
It's not funny, Christopher.
Talk about gaining an instant family, Zoe.
Shut up.
And you were laying it on me about my out-of-control libido, and then you get it from the wronged wife. What a turn.
If you're going to keep laughing, I will walk from here, thanks very much.
Don't be stupid, get in.
Yeah, well, whatever we do, it should be something to do with his car. That'll get it over to him that we know.
Yeah, we shouldn't damage it, though. We should be cleverer than that.
I wouldn't mind damaging it. In the bad books as it is with Kim Tate without Eric Pollard stirring things up. I'd like to chain the rear axle of his car to a lamppost. Just watch him drive down the road, leaving his rear wheels behind him.
Like they did in American Graffiti.
Yeah.
Do you want to risk going back for the discovery yet?
One more call.
I take it this Martin fellow isn't Mr. Right, then?
He thought I was the answer to all his problems.
Oh, dear, oh, dear. You've not half left everyone in your wake confused.
I'm not surprised, but it's not my fault.
Are you looking for a man or a woman to spend the rest of your life with? Isn't that the first question?
Just the right person.
You're in just as much of a muddle now as you were when you were going out with that Archie.
No, I'm not. He was a good man. Not have anything bad said about him.
You don't suppose she's left those kids in your discovery, do you?
Excuse me, Mr. Turner.
Hello, Linda. Oh, no, don't tell me. Your mother's ill and can't do her shift tonight.
No, Mum's fine.
She's never ill.
Oh, good. Well, what brings you in there?
I was wondering if you had any part-time jobs going over Christmas. You know, collecting glasses and the like.
It's very enterprising of you. Yes. Yes, I do employ some part-time staff over Christmas. How does £2 an hour sound?
Going rate's $2.50, isn't it?
Shut up, you.
You asked me to come here. I'm not just going to stand here like a scarecrow.
Well, perhaps I could manage £2.20.
You wouldn't be looking for a job if your dad was a bit more enlightened.
Oh, hello, Mr. Tate.
Well, does he know that he's forced you to give up a promising career to become a glass collector?
No, he doesn't know I'm here.
Honestly, I just wish he could see reason.
He's stubborn as me dad. He won't back down for nobody.
Which is something I usually admire in a man, but when I think of the wasted opportunity it is for you, it just makes me sad. Look, I'm not going to let it rest. I'll have another word with him.
Same's the same, Mr. Tate. I'm not shifting.
Rally a success in the end, was it?
Depends what you mean by success.
Depends what you mean by the end.
So, when do you want me to start then, Mr. Turner?
Well, what about Friday? Kathy's on then, so about 8:30. Would that suit you?
Yeah, brilliant.
Can we go now?
Aye, job's done.
Yes, we'll pack. Oh, he's here. Hold on. Eric, it's for you.
Hello? Mr. Pollard? It's Alton Police here. I'm sorry to have to inform you that your office has been broken into. We don't quite know until you come down, sir. Right, thank you, Mr. Pollard.
Bernard.
Kathy? Look, Kathy, I am sorry. I cannot stop and talk now. There's an emergency.
No, there isn't. I made that call.
What? What the hell do you think you're playing
I'm
at?
sorry. I know it's stupid, but you didn't come and see me in the Woolpack.
If I'd have come in and Harrod would have been with me, I didn't think it was a good idea anyway.
Yes, you're right. It was just you I wanted to talk to.
Have you been ringing the house and putting the phone down when Harrod answers?
I can't cope. I just need something to calm me down.
I think what you might need is a counsellor.
No, I need you. There's no one else who understands me as well as you do. I'm so lucky to have you as my doctor. But you're more than that to me, and you know it.
No. What I do know is that you're not the only woman with marriage problems. And tranquilizers certainly aren't the answer. I think it's best if you come to the surgery if you want to talk. You can always phone me when Rachel's not there.
I will. I will when I need you. God, I don't know what's gonna happen to me.
All right. All right. Everything's going to be all right, Kathy. Everything's going to be all right.
Where have you been?
I thought I'd taken the late show at the Alhambra.
Sarcasm doesn't become you, Bernard, especially at this time of the morning.
It's a fair cop. Been to the loo.
been restless all night.
Sorry.
Has Rachel told anyone she's pregnant yet?
I don't know. And it's none of our business.
It will be when Kathy finds out her husband's the father.
Well, you don't know that.
Of course I do. How's she going to cope with that? She's already taking up enough of your time with her troubles as it is.
She seems to be coping much better than she was.
What's all this?
Tape family. Edited highlights. That's Chris at summer camp with the Boy Scouts.
Never struck me as a Boy Scout.
Oh, he tried the lot. Boy Scouts, Air Cadets, music lessons. Every foreign trip the school ever went on.
You've done your best for both of them.
Nah, not really. I paid for their pleasure, but I should have spent more time creating it.
Well, you've always been working yourself too hard at the business.
Exactly. I should have spent more time with my kids. Doing things with them instead of paying other people to do it for me. I didn't even have time to put this lot in Albans.
Well, you're still here, and you've got more time now than you've ever had. But let the sun come up first, eh? Come on.
Hello? I hate that.
What?
Oh, people phoning up and then not saying anything.
Oh. Who was it?
Well, how could I possibly know if they didn't say anything?
All right, I'm just asking.
Too early to be falling out.
Is there anything for me?
No. You expecting something?
No. Why'd you ask that?
Why are you so touchy, Jessica?
Me. I get up first, I get the breakfast started, and then this is a thanks I get. Fine. I'll go and get dressed.
It's one of those mornings where we should go back to bed, get up and start again. What is wrong with her?
I've only guessed she's upset about Biff.
What's the matter with Jess? Just said good morning to her and she bit my head off.
Shouldn't be too concerned. It could just be boyfriend trouble again.
Ah, no. If I could find a cure for that, I'd make a fortune.
If you could sleep through the night, I'd be very grateful.
Breakfast is ready.
What are you doing cooking our breakfasts? You're a guest.
I wanted to earn my keep.
There's no need. You know that.
I wanted to. Now, come and get it while it's hot. Come on.
She's better keeping busy. It'll take her mind off things.
Yeah, I expect you're right. I thought our wedding would bring everyone together. One big, happy family. I'm getting more naive the older I get.
Well, let's hope Chris and Kathy can sort their own troubles out.
Well, Rachel should have gone by now. Perhaps we'd better go through to the surgery.
Okay, shall I bring this?
Yes, and I can have my lunch.
You've been so good to me. I've had no one else to talk to. Look, Bernard, about last night.
Yeah. Kathy, are you sure there's nobody you can turn to?
Not really. Mum's nursing Gran in Scarborough. Lynn Whiteley's in Australia. The only other person I'd naturally confide in
Would be Rachel, yeah.
Yeah.
The first thing that you have to do is to decide what you actually want.
Hello, Kathy.
Hello.
Oh, wasn't expecting you home.
School's on a free fall towards Christmas, so for a change I don't have to work lunchtimes. Have you eaten?
Well.
Right, let's get going.
All right.
Thank you for your time.
No problem.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Harold.
I've heard of bringing work home, Bernard, but where is this going to end? The spare bedroom turned into a private ward? Patients lying across the tables while we're trying to eat our meals?
Come on, Anna. Sarcasm doesn't suit you. Look, I think things are coming to a head. She's just about to make some pretty important decisions that should sort her out.
Does she know about Rachel yet?
No. And I cannot discuss it anymore.
Well, pardon me, Doctor. I know about patient confidentiality, but when the patient shows every indication of moving in with us, I think I have a right to know what's happening.
Come on, Anna, don't be ridiculous. Hey, how was school?
Instead of telling you, perhaps I'll demonstrate by turning up with a class or two in the living room.
But it isn't looking too good, is it?
Couldn't you just give me a week or two to sort out the accounts? I'm sure you'll find they're all in order.
I'm sorry.
Well, just a few days, then. You see, I've suffered a bereavement recently, and I have got a bit behindhand, but I'm getting things together now.
Look, Mr. Turner, you'll be given a chance, all in good time, to put forward any mitigating circumstances, eh? But right now, I'm going to have to take away these books, these till rolls, and these receipts, OK?
But you can't just come and take things away like that.
I think you'll find I can.
Well, at least give me a chance to speak to my accountant.
What's the point? Look, I'll leave you a receipt, and we'll be in touch, eh?
What's going to happen to me?
Well, there'll probably be a full investigation, which could possibly lead to a prosecution.
According to Viv Windsor, there's going to be a royal visitor.
Who's that?
Well, I don't know. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but it's more likely to be one out at Boiler House than one off the bridge. Duchess of Kent, somebody like that.
Is that the one they only let out to go to Wimbledon once a year?
Yeah, oh, she's a really nice person.
Mr. Tate, that royal who's always at Wimbledon, is that Duchess of Gloucester?
Sorry, Seth, I haven't got a clue.
Duchess of Kent. She's been a tireless supporter of the championship since the 60s.
That's her.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
What a charming young man.
Yes, he's a real diamond. Hello, Eric. Oh, I've just had a visit from the VAT man. Yes. Well, he's taken all the books and everything. Yeah, well, as soon as you can.
You're looking the best I've seen you look for a long while, if you don't mind me saying so.
I don't mind at all. I've realised that I have to go for what I want from now on.
Well, good for you. Chris may be my son, but I think he's treated you very unfairly. And I'm delighted to see you back to your old self.
After what I've been through recently, nothing can put me down any further.
Right, I'm on my way. Yes! Come in.
Hi.
Oh, hi. Didn't expect you.
I'm sorry to disturb you.
Oh, don't be daft. You don't have to apologise for coming here. Just had a blocked path to the door, that's all. It's been that sort of a day.
Oh, I was hoping it was going to be a convenient time.
For what?
It doesn't matter. Anyway, now I'm here. Is there anything I can do?
Well, yes, you can sit down and tell me the reason for the visit. Not that you need a reason to visit. It's always great to see you. Rachel, what's up? What's happened?
Nothing's happened. Well, that's wrong. Something definitely has happened. But I don't know how to tell you or how you'll take it. But you're going to have to know. And it's better sooner rather than later.
What the hell are you talking about?
You're going to be a dad. I'm pregnant with your baby.
Pregnant? That's absolutely brilliant news.
I didn't know how you'd take it.
Come here. That's fantastic. When's the baby due?
Sometime around the 30th of July.
That's brilliant. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel fine. There's still a long way to go, though, you know.
I know. We've got a lot of planning to do.
And we've got to face a lot of people. It's not going to be easy.
Nothing worthwhile is. Please, I don't want you worrying about a thing.
Well, it's a bit difficult, isn't it, under the circumstances?
We'll just have to face them all down. Together we can do that. Does anybody know yet?
No. Well, yeah, the doctor knows, but he won't tell anyone. It's Kathy I'm really worried about.
She might not be too surprised. Not after finding out about us. Our main priority now is got to be the baby.
But we've still got to consider Kathy. I thought it might be best if Bernard McAllister told her. What do you think?
No, I think I should do it.
What? Are you sure?
Yeah. mean, I think so. I'm definitely going to be the one to tell my dad.
How do you think he'll take it?
I don't know. In the end, he'll just be delighted to have a grandchild. I don't want you worrying about anything. I'll sort things out, and then we can get married before the baby's born.
Yeah, slow down.
Come here. I'll look after you. And I'm going to be a great dad. Yeah, this baby, it'll lack for nothing, boy or girl. I mean, it's going to have the best.
You sound just like your dad.
Well, I can learn from his mistakes. But please, I don't want you worrying about anything. The three of us, we can take on anything out there can throw at us.
There you are, Frank.
Thanks, Kathy.
Eric, thank you for coming so quickly.
No problem. I'll have a whiskey, please, Kathy.
What do you think I should do?
Just tell the truth.
Which is?
The air crash. Losing Shirley. It all got too much for you and you let the business slip. Mitigating circumstances and all that. They'll probably wrap your knuckles and make you pay a little fine, but I don't think you've got anything to worry about.
I do hope you're right.
It's been a traumatic year for you, Alan. For all of us in one way or another.
Can you imagine if they're were severe with you? Eh? There would be a public outcry. Widower landlord, hero of the air crash, persecuted by that man.
Eric's right. You'd only have to tell them what you've been through.
Yeah, but even if the fine isn't astronomical, I shall be hard put to it to pay it.
Well, we'll worry about that as and when. Fill these up. And don't forget Christmas and all its benefits are nearly upon us. What about you? Have you heard from your mum yet?
She phoned last night. Gran's not so good, but she's a fighter, struggling on.
It's the only way to be. And, have you heeded my advice yet?
No, Eric, but I'm going to... Hi.
Hiya. Oh, do you want the good news or the bad news?
Oh, I hate it when people say that. Give me the good news.
Well, you're not to tell a soul. Especially Dad.
Go on.
I'm going to be a father. Rachel's pregnant.
That's the good news?
Well, I think it's great news. You're going to have to keep it to yourself, though, until the time's right.
My God, Chris. What's the bad news?
Your fancy man's been ringing, trying to get in touch with you all day. He's at the Moorland Hotel and desperate to see you.
I'm going to have to sort him out once and for all.
And
Go on.
I want Rachel to move in here with me. I don't know how you'll feel about sharing the cottage with her.
The whole point is, by you moving out, you risk losing everything. House, contents, a lot. And it could be seen as you deserting your crippled husband.
Who happens to be having an affair.
That could have happened after you'd left. I know it's not true, but time is a terrible way of twisting things. You have to move back home, and now rather than later.
Eric, you're right. I've got to do it. I'll move back as soon as I can.
Good.
Hi.
Hello. Just wondered if you needed any help.
No, I'm fine, thanks. I wouldn't mind the company.
Well, that's easy enough. So, how are you feeling?
Still mixed up, but I'm going home to talk to Chris.
To give him another chance?
I may be stupid, but my emotions are all over the place. I feel I should settle everything down and take stock of what's happening to us all.
Well, sounds like a sensible thing to do. And you know you can always come back here.
Yes, I know. Thanks. Perhaps when I've talked to Chris, everything will sort itself out.
I hope.
How is she?
All right. She's determined to go home, though.
To try again with Chris, or to establish her rights regarding the cottage?
Frank, don't be so cold-blooded about it. She'll be here in a minute.
I'm only asking. You know as well as I do that I want what's best for her as well as Chris.
Businessman's never far below the surface, is it?
There's nothing wrong with that. Good morning.
Morning, Frank. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Not so sure.
Sit down. Help yourself to some breakfast. It'll set you up for the rest of the day.
If only life was as simple as that. When are you evicting me, then?
I'm not. Just thought you might find it a bit awkward being here with Rachel.
I'm gonna have to find a place of my own. I've been saying it for long enough.
Oh, in your own time. I wouldn't want to throw you out on the streets, or you to be shacked up with Mr. Snow, with the formidable Mrs. Snow throwing her kids at you.
Don't. Hello. Come in. How's your going?
Oh, I hope it's not...
No. I've got a lot to do.
Well, aren't you going to congratulate her then?
You said I wasn't to say anything.
No, I think it's all right, you see, Rachel already knows. Oh, come on. Birthday boy's entitled to a bit of fun once in a while.
You still have to behave yourself. Congratulations, Rachel, I think. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel fine. I'd prefer it if you didn't say anything to anybody, though. I'm really worried about Kathy.
Leave that to Chris. I've got to go. Bye.
Bye. I know this might sound stupid, but is she into babies and that? I know it's a horrible way to ask which way.
No, she's unashamedly gay. And that's that.
My finest hour.
Why's that?
The little old lady that just posted the parcel.
Yeah, what?
3 packets of stuffing to a sister in Bevington.
You're conning little old ladies into believing there's a stuffing shortage and you're proud of that?
You thought I'd over-ordered, and I'm selling loads of it. I'm proud of that.
And you don't have a conscience about it?
Oh, come on, Viv. We're not talking heroin here. We're talking sage and onion.
There's going to be a backlash about this. I just know it. Why can't you do something to benefit the community for a change?
Well, what do you suggest?
Well, take your pick. There's the Royal Visit.
The Windsors meet the Windsors.
Well, it probably won't be one of them. There's the memorial service, the dance to finish. And as I'm on the committee, I can probably swing it for you to help in any way you choose.
Smacks of insider trading. Tell you what I could do. I could sell chickies to some of our customers.
I expect you to do that anyway. Oh, come on, Vic. Show some of that entrepreneurial flair of yours for the sake of the village.
I've already lit the street up with my window display. What more do you want?
You've lit the window up to drag them in. That's hardly the same thing.
All right. I'll light the whole village up. You want commitment? You got it.
I didn't know what to buy you. I couldn't buy you clothes. I don't even know what size you are.
You're already giving me the most precious present anybody could hope for.
What, a remote-controlled clock radio cassette player?
Thanks. But you shouldn't have spent so much. Or does Dr. Mac pay you a fortune?
Oh, you must be joking. Anyway, the main thing is that you like it, and I'm paying it off over 20 weeks, so I won't feel it.
You're joking. Do people do that?
Yes, in the real world. You mean you've never bought anything on tick?
What does that mean?
Oh, I can see I'm going to have to educate you. The never, never. Credit.
I'm going to enjoy learning. Come here. I'm going to enjoy you teaching me.
Yeah, I'll be a good teacher.
And I shall be a very good teacher.
I want to talk to you. Alone.
Yeah. I think it's best we all had a chat. We can do this in a civilised way.
Like hell we can. I want her out of here now. I mean it, Rachel. Get out.
Stay, Rachel.
I think it's best if I do go.
You moved out, and Rachel's going to move in, and that's the way it's going to be.
Yes, I left, and now I'm back where I belong in my home. Do you think I'm giving this up?
Don't be stupid. We can sort this out without upset, Kathy.
Get real, Chris. You might think you found true love and you're on cloud 9, but I'm going to bring you back down to earth. This is half my cottage, and everything you have is half mine. I came back to talk to you, even to give our marriage another chance, but if you're taking on that, you better face up to the reality. Get out of my house!
Just listen to yourself, Kathy. You're being ridiculous.
Ridiculous am I? I'll show you what I am. Rachel, get out of here now before I throw you out!
Rachel's staying here with me.
Don't you think I mean it?
Kathy, calm down.
Get out, Rachel. Get off me!
That's enough! Kathy!
Get you out of here! Off me, Kathy!
Kathy!
Ouch!
Stop it, Kathy!
Out my way, Chris!
Don't hurt her!
Hurt her to damn well kill her!
Stop it! She's pregnant!
Make no mistake about it. Just because she's pregnant and you're in a wheelchair isn't going to stop me.
The sisters of Julia Baines, the murdered Wakefield teenager, speak about the killing for the first time. And the state is given away free. 6 women have been arrested following a...
It's great to see you, Zoe. I knew you'd come.
This won't take long.
Oh, you're busy then?
Yes, I am, but what I have to say won't take up too much time.
Come in. Please. I can't offer you any home comforts, I'm afraid.
That's fine. What are you doing here?
You know why I'm here. I left my wife and children for you. I've given up everything just to prove how much I love you, Zoe.
Flattering as that might seem, Martin, I don't want to know. I thought I made that perfectly clear the last time we met.
The more I thought about what you said, the less I believed it. I know what you're doing, Zoe.
I am telling you firmly and clearly that I don't want anything more to do with you. It's obvious that your marriage is a disaster and your fixation on me is a way out of it.
If by fixation you mean love, yes, then you're right. I loved you the moment I saw you. My marriage is over and you're my future.
Listen, how do I get this into your thick skull? I do not want you. I don't want any man. I am gay, and that is a fact.
But you haven't given us a chance. I know I could help you.
Help me do what? Become heterosexual.
No, I didn't quite mean that. I don't know. You haven't given me a chance. You haven't given yourself a chance to be with a man who really loves you. And I do, Zoe.
Martin, I know who I am, and I know what I want. And you don't figure anywhere remotely in my plan. So go back to your wife and children, or find someone with the same needs as you. I don't want any further contact with you at all. And if you bother me again, I shall make serious trouble for you. Do you understand?
You led me on. You get a kick out of this, don't you?
No, I was pleasant to you. And you're obviously not used to it. Goodbye, Martin.
You sick pervert!
Music to my ears, Martin. Say what you like and disappear from my life.
Why don't you go back to that cesspit of a world you come from and do whatever you do with her? I think it's disgusting.
Who's he? A man who's made a mistake.
So, where are we going?
I'm taking you home.
No, I don't want to.
Believe me, it's best for you. I appreciate your loyalty, but I don't want any trouble with your dad. I don't want any trouble with anybody.
There must be some somewhere in the world. They transport them in huge planes. I know that for a fact. Just do it, love. Please.
You didn't specify a colour.
I just settle for orchids. Sorry to ignore you, but it's all a bit silly around here at the moment. It's bad enough trying to organise anything, but everyone wants to start winding down for Christmas as soon as the clocks go back.
Oh, hello, Chris. Come on, Frank, 1 o'clock.
You said 2.
I've got my dressmaker's appointment at 2. We have to approve the stationery at 1. Like now.
Chris, you'll have to forgive me. We'll talk later, all right?
Yeah, don't worry about me. I'll let myself out.
See you later, Chris.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, hi. Sorry to bother you. Is your dad in?
Yeah. Still cold out?
Yeah.
Kathy, what can I do for you?
Can we talk somewhere?
Well, actually, I was just about to take the boys over to the Woolpack for a spot of lunch. Would you like to join us?
Yes, all right, fine.
Where have you been? What was that stupid note about leaving home all about? Get in.
Zoe's with me.
I might have known she'd have something to do with this.
Well, let me handle this. Come in, love.
Your mother's been going out of her mind with worry. What are you playing at, you?
I want my old job back with Zoe, and you've no right to stop me.
You'll do as you're told, lady. You're not old enough to understand. And I should report you for kidnapping.
Beg your pardon.
I went off on my own.
Oh, aye? And what promises did you make her to entice her away, then?
Are you real, Dad?
Don't you be so cheeky.
I think it's a very good question.
Why did you leave, Linda?
Don't you know?
I wouldn't be asking if I knew. And I'd appreciate it if you'd stay away from her in future, Miss Tate.
Mr. Glover, it must have escaped your attention that I'm the person who brought her back. It's hardly the act of someone who'd want to entice her away, is it?
Well, I thank you for that, Zoe.
I'm not staying till he starts treating me like a young woman instead of a child.
You are a child, and you best go to your room and we'll sort this out later.
Mum, I'm not coming back unless he changes.
For goodness sake! Linda, will you please just go to your room while your dad finishes his dinner, and then when he goes back to work, we'll talk.
All right, but I mean it. Well, I'm sorry about the trouble, Zoe, and for having to walk out of the job.
I understand. I'll leave you all to it.
Well, thanks again for bringing her home.
You're welcome. Good luck.
I'll need it. Would you consider joining us in the 20th century before it becomes the 21st?
She shouldn't even be working for a woman like that.
She brought her back, Ned. She's a well-respected vet.
She's a lesbian.
And you are a narrow-minded bigot.
Bernard, I need to talk to you.
I'll be across in a minute.
You know what I mean. We can't talk in front of the lads.
Thank you. All right, look. Let me just take their drinks across and then we'll have a chat. There you go, guys. Look, have a look at the menu, see what you fancy. I'm just going to have a quick chat with Kathy. All right.
Should we sit down?
Look a bit strange if we sat at a separate table. No, tell me here.
Okay. I went to see Chris today. In fact, I moved back into the cottage because if I didn't, I'd risk losing everything.
Good. Now, that pleases me because it shows that you're thinking straight and you know what you want.
You're right. It is becoming clearer. Did you know Rachel's pregnant?
Yes, I did. Who told you?
Chris blurted it out in the middle of a big row. I'd half gone back to give him another chance, but there's no hope of that now. He's burned his boats with me, and that's that.
I'm sure you'll get what you want in the future. I hope it all works out for you.
I think we both know what I want, don't we?
Sorry, what do you mean?
When I fell out with Chris, I felt a great relief and everything kind of came into focus. I don't want him back. Rachel's welcome to him, baby or no baby. I want you and you know it, don't you?
Kathy, you've been under a lot of pressure recently and I've tried to help you.
Believe me, you have.
But it has just been a doctor-patient relationship. You must understand that.
Yes, I understand the relationship, but this is between you and me. You can't deny that you don't feel something for me.
Right, this conversation stops right now.
Well, where should we go?
I don't want to go anywhere else. I'm a happily married man, Kathy, who just happens to be your doctor.
I don't understand why you're saying this.
Because I have to make you understand the situation. Look, Kathy, you are a very attractive woman. But I'm happily married. I can't see you in any other way except as a patient, and even that is becoming difficult.
But you've held me, you've comforted me, you've even kissed me.
No. You kiss me. I think that you have imagined far more than actually happened.
Was that imagination when you held me in the dark just across the road from here?
You have confided in me. Now, it is quite normal for a person in a vulnerable position such as you to develop a fantasy about the confidant. Kathy, please, you have to keep a grip on the situation and reality. Now, you mean no more to me than any other patient.
Ready to order now, Dad?